Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday, May 10th. A very unsettled weather pattern is shaping up for the Mid-Atlantic region, especially in areas north of the Mason-Dixon line, and really unsettled weather for much of the country. We have a cool frontal system headed towards the I-95 corridor this morning. It'll cause showers at just about any time today, and then later in the day, early tonight, there can be a round of thunderstorms, perhaps reaching strong to severe levels. Perhaps the greatest risk with these thunderstorms will be damaging wind gusts, and hail is possible as well. That frontal system then slides to the south and he stalls out in the southern part of the Mid-Atlantic region and returns north as a warm front on Saturday. And basically, a frontal system will be meandering back and forth in the Mid-Atlantic region this weekend into the early part of next week, and the result of that could be multiple rounds of showers and thunderstorms this weekend into the early part of next week. And this unsettled pattern is not only confined to the Mid-Atlantic region. Here we show a forecast map of total precipitation amounts put out by NOAA for the next 7 days. This is a cumulative map here, and two areas of interest. First of all, cutting across the northern Rockies, basically a west to east track all the way into the Mid-Atlantic region. Very significant rainfall expected over the next 7 days or so. This extends from the northern Rockies, places like the northern half of Utah, all the way across the Central Plains, Northern Plains, into the Mid-Atlantic region. Again, north of the Mason-Dixon line here, really setting up for some potential heavy rain this weekend into the early part of next week. We also, of course, can see a very significant rain event developing for Florida. This is an upper-level trough is going to basically slowly move towards the eastern part of Florida and sit there and spin for a couple of days, resulting in significant rainfall for much of the Florida peninsula over the next several days. Well, let's get back to the short term here. The cool frontal system headed towards the I-95 corridor region can very well develop some strong to severe thunderstorms in the Mid-Atlantic region later today, early tonight. This is the latest storm prediction outlook for the possibility of severe weather later today, and they put the Mid-Atlantic region, the I-95 corridor, at a slight risk of strong to severe weather. And again, I think the greatest threat from thunderstorms later today will be damaging wind gusts and possibly some hail. This risk extends from D.C. across Philadelphia right into New York City, right in the heart of the I-95 corridor region of the Mid-Atlantic region. Not only in the Mid-Atlantic region, but also out here in the Central Plains, there will be the risk of some strong to severe thunderstorm activity. Again, here we see this band here basically extending from the northern Rockies all the way across the plains into the Mid-Atlantic region, and this is the area over the next 5 to 7 days or so that could end up with several inches of rain in some spots. Florida, no problem today. Their big rain event comes over the next few days. Well, let's take a look at the latest radar loop. There is a band already showing up here across central Pennsylvania, nearing the panhandle region of West Virginia. Showers and embedded thunderstorms. I think there'll actually be a couple different bands to deal with here. Showers, first of all, could break out at just about any time from late morning on through the afternoon in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. But the best chance of thunderstorms will come later in the day, probably in the period of late afternoon, early evening, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And again, some of those storms that form can reach strong to severe levels with possible hail and damaging wind gusts. Again, one band showing up here, a second band starting to try to form here on the backside here. But again, this may come through in the midday, early afternoon hours with showers, maybe an embedded thunderstorm, and then we'll see another band, I think, of thunderstorms forming later in the day. And again, that could reach the I-95 corridor region in the 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. time frame. Well, let's now walk through last night's 6Z run of the GFS model, and we'll talk about a lot of the players on the field. First of all, some shower activity here showing up in green here on this morning's GFS forecast map. Let's push ahead 6 hours here. That cool frontal system slowly slides to the east. Notice strong high pressure here across southern Canada. We've talked about strong high pressures to our north for the last several months, and that of course is generally associated with chilly air. And this is another chilly air mass producing some snow across southeastern part of Canada. Let's keep moving forward here. The main frontal band here with the possible thunderstorms will arrive late in the day, but again, showers can break out at just about any time. When this front comes through, there can be some strong to severe thunderstorms associated with it. Again, from mid-afternoon to the mid-evening, maybe 3-4 p.m. to about 8 or 9 p.m. Strong high pressure starting to slowly move to the south and east at this time. Let's keep moving forward here as we get into Friday morning. Basically a nice day setting up. That frontal system, however, will move down into the Carolinas, southern part of Virginia, right in this region right here, and stall out. At the same time, another frontal system will start to show up here as a warm front cutting across the northern plains. In this area of unsettled weather, of precipitation, will start to extend all the way from west to east into the mid-Atlantic region. Let's move forward here. Again, a nice day setting up on Friday. Clouds may increase late in the day, and then here we go by late tomorrow night, late Friday night into early Saturday morning. We have a frontal system starting to set up, basically oriented from west to east, all the way from the central plains across the mid-Atlantic region. Unsettled conditions here, to say the least, starting to shape up for the weekend. Let's keep moving forward here. Lots of rain showing up on the GFS model. Again, primarily confined to Mason-Dixon line, the Pennsylvania-Maryland border on north for Saturday. Again, associated with a strong frontal system here. The temperature forecast will be quite tricky on Saturday. Very well could be on the warm side in DC in the 80s for highs on Saturday afternoon, but on the cool side of the front in New York City, for example, perhaps confined to 70 or even below that, probably somewhere in the middle in the 70s in the Philadelphia metro region. But again, this frontal system means business here, and it starts to then drop to the south and east as a cool front. So we have a cool front sliding through today, drives to the south and east of the I-95 corridor region, then pushes north as a warm front on Saturday, perhaps reaching all the way up into central to northern Pennsylvania, warming us up here in the Philadelphia metro region, and then it'll start dropping back south and east slowly as a cool front on Sunday and into Monday. And that meandering front will just cause multiple rounds of showers. Here we are late Sunday evening, all the way down into the DC metro region as well, and even into Monday. Still some remnants of that frontal system will still continue to have unsettled conditions. Notice the peninsula of Florida covered in rain. They have a heavy rain event headed that way. So very unsettled weather conditions setting up here for the next several days. First, in the immediate time frame, showers can break out at any time today in DC, Philadelphia, New York City. Then there could be a round of strong to perhaps severe thunderstorms later today, early tonight. Pretty nice day on Friday. But then, with a meandering frontal system right nearby Saturday, Sunday, Monday, additional rounds of showers and thunderstorms possible here in the Mid-Atlantic region. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.